Well, the program is fire sprinklers in Rapid City, and fire sprinkler protection is incredibly important to us for a number of reasons. We've determined that obviously fire sprinkler protection is the single most effective tool we have in our toolbox to provide safety for our community and our firefighters. And so we really took not a new approach, but just an extended approach to fire sprinkler protection. We have a number of programs where we amended our code to extend opportunities for fire sprinkler protection in our community through reduced thresholds. We have one of the most significant pieces is working in the code, which identified some verbiage which allowed for retrofits tied to building permits, which resulted in basically every duplex and above that is retrofitted or worked on, renovated, is now fire sprinkler protected. Our program really revolves around being involved in the community, more of a not the heavy-handed code approach, but the actual team building, partnership building, and actually being involved within the community, working with developers and builders, business owners specifically. The code is pretty straightforward and is pretty easy to work through existing occupancies. Our community, beginning back in 2000, had a large number of unprotected facilities. The very initial occupancies that we worked within were nurse care facilities and assisted living. At the time, we only had one that was protected, and very few of our assisted livings and other healthcare facilities were completed. We've since evaluated where we're at with that and have expanded. We've had good results in getting those protected. So we've expanded that to essentially all other occupancies. Our ultimate goal is to have all occupancies protected. But we've extended that with an emphasis on the residential component where people sleep. And that may be mixed-use occupancies, our existing hotels, motels. We have long-term low-income rental properties, as most communities do, and they're a high-risk component for us. We're working on those, and essentially all occupancies within the city. So how we accomplish that? I started with the code, working on that piece of it. We've made some adjustments in the International Fire Code, locally amended, to fit our needs to promote that. The second part is really taking an active role in the community development and planning process, working with the developers and builders on the front end to try to understand what their needs are in the community and what they expect to see from their end. We want to help them succeed, and if we can inject fire sprinkler protection to help us succeed, then that's a win-win. And we've done that through helping them extend cul-de-sacs, increase densities, be able to develop in areas where otherwise we had marginal water systems. We've used the fire sprinkler trade-off to help them succeed, but also we looked at opportunities to shave some costs for them that were features that we weren't using. We weren't using the intermediate turnarounds. We couldn't find them at night anyway, and things like that. We've worked one-on-one targeting some of our high-risk facilities, such as the hotels, motels that are now transient, long-term transient motels, low-income apartments, and directly working with those individuals and educating them on the importance of fire sprinkler protection and getting voluntary application of installation of those systems. We've stepped up our game with public education, the side-by-side demonstrations to obviously express the benefits of fire sprinkler, which is well known, but more so changing our impact in the schools, increasing our education opportunities starting with third and fourth graders with the benefits of fire sprinkler protection. We have over 6,000 kids that have been third and fourth graders that have been contacted already and informed. An additional 1,000 city residents through city businesses and other opportunities to educate the public overall. We had an event in our community that we lost 4 individuals in a house where everything went right. We had working smoke alarms. We had educational practices that were exercised, and we still had a fatality. We had a 3 to 4 minute response with a very seasoned crew and couldn't affect the outcome. So for us, that was really the emphasis behind why fire sprinkler protection is most important. So overall, in a nutshell, our program is get in there, know your community, understand your community, promote the fire sprinkler protection, start early, and you have to take baby steps. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. Fire sprinkler protection is not something that's widely accepted especially in our state. It's a conservative state to start with, widely accepted, but even by the fire service, which is disappointing. And so we're trying to change those minds and those efforts, but it takes a lot of effort. It takes personal effort, community service aspect, with working with these business owners one-on-one and making it happen. Never miss an opportunity. Talk about it early and often. Get out there, make it happen. We have a fire and life safety loan program, which is a low interest loan program. It's 2% loan over 7 years for up to 80% of a project costs, specifically for retrofits of fire sprinkler protection and associated equipment and build era systems. And it's been very beneficial to us. I just received word this morning even that we just had a very large interest in, taken out of it for a hotel motel that's being renovated, about $300,000 worth of work. So it's a very positive program, and I would encourage people to look for options such as that. We actually took it on ourselves, so it's a city finance office with the City of Rapid City City Attorney's Office, and developed this program. And simply it's managed through a specific fund out of the city budget. So it's established as a revolving fund. So really as time goes on, it'll continue to be paid and just continue to move forward. But we've had a number of applicants for it, and it's working very well now. And we're encouraged by it. Sometimes people just need help. They just need help getting moving forward. So this worked for us, and it can work for you because you have to remember that any project needs to include the 5 E's. We need to educate the public, educate the people. We need to have engineering technologies that are work for us, and that's the fire sprinkler protection. We need to have economic incentives to help move these ideas forward. We need to have enforcement when necessary, and ultimately emergency response, which we try to avoid. So these are not difficult, and it's very easy to move forward. With more information, please contact my website or my email, and I'd be more than happy to share that with you.